Hello guys, welcome to the Daily Current Affairs by New IAS. So today on 29th June 2019, we are going to discuss the topics Pradhana Mantri Awas Yojana Urban, the Resilient Kerala Program, Startup India, then Transiting Exoplanet Survey Satellite, that is TESS, and Mappeter Program and Prelims Question Revision Series. Okay, so our first topic, there is Pradhana Mantri Awas Yojana Urban. So the news is that the construction of 2.51 lakh more houses, especially in 10 states under this PMAY Urban, it was sanctioned. It was sanctioned by taking the total number of houses that is approved under the scheme since it was started in 2015 to 83.62 lakh. Okay, that is the news. So about Pradhana Mantri Awas Yojana Urban, we know that this program, it was launched in order to address the housing requirement of urban poor, including the slum dwellers. Okay, that is the main aim of this Pradhana Mantri Awas Yojana Urban. And this program, it was launched by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Poverty Alleviation. Okay, shortly we say MOHUPA in mission mode envisioning provision of housing for all by 2022. Okay, so its name is Housing for All by 2022. And the important thing is that this mission, it addressed this initiative through the following program verticals. Some programs are there. The first one is slum rehabilitation of slum dwellers with participation of the private developers using land as a resource. That is the first thing, first program. Okay, the second one is the promotion of affordable housing for weaker section through credit linked subsidy, and the third one, affordable housing in partnership with public and private sectors, and fourth, that is subsidy for beneficiary led individual house construction or enhancement. Okay, these are the four missions. And this mission, we know that it is being implemented during 2015 to 2022 period, and the mission, it will be implemented as a CSS, that is centrally sponsored scheme, except for the component of credit linked subsidy, which will be implemented as a central sector scheme. Okay. So, a slum, if you ask for a definition, a slum, it is defined as a compact area of at least 300 people, that is one, or about 60 to 70 households of poorly built congested tenements, especially in unhygienic environment, usually with inadequate infrastructure and also lacking in proper sanitary as well as proper drinking water facilities. That is a clear definition for slum. And next we have to look about its beneficiaries. These beneficiaries, it include three sections, that is EWS, LIGS, that is and MIGS. So EWS means economically weaker section, and LIGS means low income groups, and MIGS means middle income groups. Okay, these are the three categories of beneficiary. And the annual income cap is up to rupees 3 lakh for this EWS and 3 to 6 lakh for this LIG and 6 to 18 lakh for MIG. Okay, and another thing is that this EWS category of beneficiaries, it is eligible for assistance in all four verticals of the mission. I have already discussed the four verticals, and they are eligible for the assistance in all these four verticals of mission, whereas please note this LIG and MIG categories, they are eligible under only CLSS, that is credit linked subsidiary scheme, that is a component of the mission. Okay, that is the important thing that you have to note. Then next topic is the Resilient Kerala Program. So why it came in news is that the government of India, then the government of Kerala and the World Bank, they signed a loan agreement of USD 250 million for the First Resilient Kerala program. This is the news. And more details, we know that it's a program and its basic aim is to enhance the state's resilience against the impacts of natural disasters and also climate change. And this Resilient Kerala program, it will mainly focus on strengthening the state's institutional and financial capacity in order to protect basically its assets, then its livelihoods of poor people and even vulnerable sections through an inclusive and also a participatory approach. This is the main focus. And the 2018 flood and the landslide which happened in Kerala, it is a main reason why we started this program, or it is one of the reasons why we started this program. And this 2018 floods and landslides in Kerala, it led to severe impact on property, infrastructure and also lives and livelihoods of people. Okay, and this program, it represents the first state partnership of the World Bank in India, and it is the first of the 2 development policy operations aiming to mainstream disaster and climate resilience into a critical infrastructure and service. Okay, and the new program, it is this program is a part of the Government of India's support to Kerala's Rebuild Kerala Development Program. I'll say it once again, that is Rebuild Kerala Development Program, and which aimed at building a green and resilient Kerala. Okay, so please note that this new program is a part of this Rebuild Kerala Development Program. Then, our next topic is Startup India. So why it came in news is that the Indian startup ecosystems, it is still evolving and it has not yet achieved its full potential due to certain deterrents, and that require quick resolution to drive the growth of startups in India. This is the basic news. And about Startup India, we know that Startup India is a flagship initiative of the Government of India, and basically it intended to build a strong ecosystem for nurturing innovation and startups in the country. Okay, and another thing is that this will drive a sustainable economic growth, and also it will generate large scale employment opportunity. And the basic thing that the government, through this initiative, it aims to empower startup growth through innovation and design. Okay, so we know that the Startup India initiative, it was launched on 16th January 2016, and it consists of 19 action points. And this 19 points, it acts as a guiding document for this initiative. Okay, and the action plan of this initiative, it is based on the following 3 pillars. They are, first one is the simplification and hand-holding, then funding support and incentives, then third one, industry academia partnership and incubation. These are the 3 pillars. And this rural India's version of the Startup India, it was named as the Deen Dayal Upadhyaya Swan Yojana. Okay, so this it is the rural India's version of Startup India. Okay, then. So next we have to know what qualifies a startup. So there are different criteria. I'll say what are they. That is, first is the period of existence and operation. It should not be exceeding 10 years from the date of incorporation. That is the first thing. And also the incorporated, they usually incorporate as a private limited company or a registered partnership firm or even a limited liability partnership. Okay, that is another thing. And they should have a annual turnover not exceeding ₹100 crore for any of the financial years since its incorporation. Okay, these are the basic things that we know. And another 2 exceptional things are that the entity, they should not have been formed by splitting up of or even reconstructing an already existing business. That is one of its basic qualification that is needed. And another thing is that they should work towards the development of a product, process, and they should also have a scalable business model with high potential for creation of wealth and employment. Okay, these are the if you ask what are the qualities, these are the qualities that are needed for a startup. Okay, then and there should be some highlights of the action plan. This highlights we can broadly classify into 3 sections: simplification and hand holding, and funding and support in incentives, and also industry academia partnership and incubation. So the simplification and hand holding. So it contains these points. That is, it consists of Startup India Hub, then faster exit for startups, then rolling out of mobile app and portal. This comes under the simplification and hand holding. And if you consider the funding support and incentives, they are the credit guarantee funds for startups, then tax exemption on capital gains, then tax exception to startups for 3 years. These points comes under funding support and incentives. And in industry academia partnership and incubation, we can say promoting startup in the biotechnology sector, then annual incubator grant challenge, and also we can even say organizing this startup fest for showcasing innovation and also for providing a collaboration platform. These are the points that comes under industry academia partnership and incubation. Clear? So I will say the highlights of the action plan we classified into 3: simplification and hand holding, then funding support and incentives, and industry academia partnership and incubation. Clear? Then our next topic, that is TESS, that is transiting exoplanet survey satellite. So the news is that the NASA's TESS, it has discovered a new planet that is the tiniest of its kind so far and named it as L9859b. Okay, this is the news. So we know that this TESS, that is transiting exoplanet survey satellite, actually it is a space telescope for NASA's Explorers program. Okay, so it's a space telescope and it was designed in order to conduct search for this exoplanet using a transit method. I'll say what is this transit method later. And the primary mission or primary objective for this TESS is to survey the brightest stars near the Earth for transiting exoplanets over a 2-year period. Okay, so please note the time, this is 2-year period. And one of its goal is to build a catalog of small rocky planets on this short orbits around very bright or nearby stars for atmospheric study. That is one of its goal. And another thing that we have to remember is that it aims to discover a number of planets whose atmospheric compositions which hold potential clues of presence of life. Okay, that is one of its main aim. And it was launched in April 2018 on Falcon 9 SpaceX. And this spacecraft, it will be looking for a phenomenon known as transit. So what is this transit? This transit, it happens where a planet passes in front of a star or a planet passes in front of its star, causing a periodic or we can say a regular dip in the star's brightness. That is this transit. Clear? Then today in Map a Day program, we will be continuing with the major crops in India, and today we will be discussing about cotton. Okay, so cotton we know that it's a kharif crop and it grows in tropical and subtropical areas. And cotton, we know that it is the most important fiber crop, and also a cotton seed is used as a vegetable oil and we can say a part of fodder for milch cattle for better milk production. And varieties we can classify into 3: short staple, medium staple and long staple. And soil type, we know that optimum soil for cotton, it is the black soils of Deccan and Malwa Plateau. And cotton, it requires a modest rainfall, and in India it is one of the predominant rain-fed crop. Okay, so it requires a uniformly high temperature, that is 21 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius, and it grows in areas having at least 210, okay, 210 frost-free days in a year. Clear? And it grows well in alluvial soils of Satluj Ganga plain and red and laterite soils of peninsular region. But the optimum soil for cotton, if you ask, it is the black soils of Deccan and Malwa plateau. Okay, and this cotton growing, it is known as a less mechanized farming in India, so it needs very cheap labor. Okay, then the major cotton producing states are Gujarat, Maharashtra and Andhra Pradesh, followed by Haryana, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Punjab, Tamil Nadu, etc. Okay, then last day, our question, we were discussing about wheat, and I asked you to find out the National Wheat Research Institute. So the answer is the National Wheat Research Institute. It is situated in Karnal in Haryana. Okay, so today our question is, please find where the Cotton Research Institute is located. Okay, then in map, top 10 cotton producing states are given. You can see top 10 cotton producing states. So the leading state is Gujarat, that you have to remember. And if you ask for the leading country, it is China, and the leading state, it is Gujarat. And today in Prelims question revision series, our question is, which one of the following pair of states of India indicates easternmost and westernmost state? A. Assam and Rajasthan, B. Arunachal Pradesh and Rajasthan, C. Assam and Gujarat, D. Arunachal Pradesh and Gujarat. So it's a basic fundamental question from NCERT. So no need of much explanation. We know that the mainland of India, it extends from Kashmir in the north to Kanyakumari in the south, and Arunachal Pradesh in the east to Gujarat in the west. So it's a very direct, simple question. So our answer is D. That is Arunachal Pradesh and Gujarat. So our answer is D. Okay. So that's all for today's session. So if you have any doubt, please comment it in the comment box, and you can download the material from the link given below. Thank you for listening.